It's time to go!
Welcome back to Mufc Realist TV. My name is Mick Ruby. I'm the responsible broadcaster for this channel. This, as a disclaimer, is not a live session. This is an embargo recorded session and a cut from yesterday's podcast where we went over with a thumbnail, well played smoke screens and shadow bidding. So what I wanted to do in this session is walk you over regarding the shadow bidding. What is, because this is something that media has not been educating you. This is something that the Raine Group has been practicing with the single purpose is to extort as much money from the buyers as possible, meaning that the glazers will walk out with over 200% of evaluation fat in the wallet. So stick around, smash a like, subscribe. It's free, and that is the only dividends that we are taking out, as it's free. Thank you.
Has the Premier League ever been more challenging?
Right, well, I feel welcome. Dit is my home and I want to achieve success. Okay?
You know, as mentioned, I did a podcast on Friday where I kind of deluded a little bit about smoke screens and props. And, you know, bear and behold, it only took 24 hours and every media outlet and some fan channels also started to suspect the same, that, you know, this is a smoke screen. This is for, you know, the Raine Group and glazers to squeeze out the final little bit of money, because we know what glazonomics is. It is like this picture, what you see right there. It's like playing Monopoly, right? This is, you know, collect your money, collect your 6 billion and go straight to the bank, right? Pass go. And this is kind of the game that is playing out, according to my opinion.
How long to sell gonna take? How long to sell gonna take?
That's the question what everyone is asking. How long is the sales going to take? That was Avram Glazer was spotted at the Women's FA Cup, you know, in London. That was on Saturday, you know, where some journalist was asking how long sales going to take. Of course, he's ignorant as usual, walks away with a smirk. But what was he doing there? That's the question that I'm asking as well. Like, you know, right? Reports coming out from Daily Express by Jack Otway. Oh, okay, I've been reading his article. Spinning on that, he's saying that Manchester United takeover Sheikh Jassim dramatically preparing a massive bid to finally end the saga, right? This comes also from out a report from Saudi Arabia, from a journalist called Nawak. However, Sheikh Jassim and his Qatari consortium are preparing to make a last and formal bid towards the Red Devils. This is kind of the reports coming out. This is what's echoing out in the ether at the moment. Qatar is preparing to raise a final offer to buy Manchester United for about £6 billion, he said on Twitter. Now, I followed up over the weekend. I made some calls over to my close contacts in Qatar. Some are very high up in Qatar Investment Bank, QIB. And it is kind of a way that they feel that they have already submitted a substantial good offer. And they feel like they are confused about what's been reporting out there. It is the gamemanship, what I explained, that they kind of been fearing that they've been used to raise the money. It's not that they have any problems to raise additional money to secure the deal, but they don't want to be taken to the cleaners either. So this is what I want to touch base on. What is shadow bidding? So just to put it in layman's term, right? Guys, this is correct. Shadow bidding refers actually to, if you look it up, like you can just Google it, whatever. But my understanding, and by doing research about it, shadow bidding refers to a practice where the business creates a fake online bid or a shadow bid. You know, it's kind of online, right? To inflate the price of an asset, right? Just mark my words, to inflate the price of an asset. This practice is very unusual, and it's kind of a little bit not so legal, but it's illegal. But it's used to cheat legitimate bidders in the auctions or sales to manipulate the market price. And this is what I said in the thumbnail. Well played. This is what the Raine Group has been appointed to do. You know, for me, shadow bidding is a form of fraud where bidders intentionally create fake bids to artificially inflate the price of an asset. The goal here is usually to cheat legitimate bidders out of fair price to manipulate the market price in a certain sense. When seeing this, right? Glazers, I mean, the overall valuation of the club is no more than 3.4, 3.5 billion. What Raine Group has managed to do here is to inflate with 200%, asking 7 billion US dollars, close to 6 billion pounds. This is cheating, according to my opinion. This is not a fair price. It is a legal practice that can lead to severe legal and reputational consequences, right, for the individuals. And therefore, as I started this podcast, it's like you playing poker. You know you're sitting with a good hand, but you don't know if the other one is cheating you, right? At the end of the day, we as fans, we are just spectators watching this game to play out, right? Shadow bidding is not a legitimate process, according to my opinion. And this I stressed all the time. I've seen many mergers and acquisitions. I've been part of, sending out tenders, receiving tenders, but never have I seen this happening before. That you are confident enough, you've been receiving the checklist, what to provide. You provided everything and you are confident that your bid is close to 7 billion evaluation, but still getting urged to bid more. This is exactly what's going on right now by Raine Group. 100%. They are the architectures behind this. If you just go back to how the father Malcolm Glazer bought the club, the Glazer family are the biggest con artists and the fake millionaires in this industry so far. How they managed to pull this through, this Houdini act, in acquire Manchester United 2005 by default, by taking out leverage to take out a loan and to put it back on Manchester United is highly illegal as well. How did he slip under the radar? That's a good question. But if you look at the shadow bidding process, again, just to recap who's involved. So basically you can see that everyone that's involved in this process is actually profiting money, right? You see the highly architecture of this sales process. It is Joe Revich from Raine Group, right? Also in cahoots with Rothschild's Bank Company, which represents the shareholders of Manchester United PLC. In the left corner up there is Latham and Watkins, which are the legal representatives of Manchester United PLC. And on top of the food chain pyramid is the Glazers, whose only objective is to walk away with as much money in the wallet as they can. Of course, we've seen that they went out for, minority investments. Maybe that was a smokescreen. Everyone that's a sound business owner did the evaluation, opened up the hood under that bonnet, saw that it's been malpractice functioning. They've been looting out every single liquidity out of the asset of Manchester United, and little were left, less than 20 million pounds in the bank. No sound hedge fund or investor will give you 4 billion, 6 billion. That's just out of the equation, especially, according to my opinion, in the current inflation market, right? We're heading towards the biggest recession time that the world has ever seen, bigger than 2008. So why would you go in and give these guys money, right? That's just my thoughts process. But, the sales process in general has been designed in such ways that you are sitting there on the receiving end as a bidder. You've been receiving all the documents. You've been complying with everything in terms of the checklist, the due diligence process that's been completed. You submitted everything in terms of the shadow directors, the what do you call it? The fitness test of, who's going to be there, right? In order so there will be no cheating. That's the rules of UEFA, FIFA, and also, compliance with the UK government and Premier League and everything, right? So definitely we're coming down to the contract and conclusion, but this is the final kick, according to my opinion, the master trick of Raine Group to extort as much money as possible. Obviously, even if they received 7 billion, there's always that little bit more. Everyone that knows Glazonomics, and I'm shaking like a relief because I'm so angry at this stage. So for me, this is the biggest magic trick ever pulled out, biggest stunt, and now we're seeing the same script. But different actors, different players, stakes are higher, according to my opinion. And the one that's orchestrating this is the Raine Group and Joe Revich, to be honest. For me, always leads to backing the trail, right? Where it originates from and why I think that, Qatar won't lose this. We've seen that early November and up to December, the Glazer family, Joel and Avram, have constantly flying down to Qatar. They were there even to have talks to lure Qataris in. They spoke to to sheikhs from Saudi Arabia. They spoke to UAE. They spoke to a lot of people to pimp up their business, basically, because this is where the big money is. No sound business owner or private company will pay you what they are demanding for. This is why they have the evaluation. I know that Sir Jim Ratcliffe came out to say, I will not overpay. Did he evaluate the club on 4 billion? Still, that's over evaluation. So do you see how you then overvaluate or undervaluate? Doesn't really matter. If it comes down to the share price, how much do you walk away per sibling or per shareholder might differ a little bit, but you have to look at the overall package. It was also disclosed to me in certain ways that there's been undergoing talks to sweeten the deal more in terms of looking the continuous improvement and continuous in doing business. Now, I heard also that, the Qataris as also say, look, we're going to build an AFL stadium. We're going to host a lot of events where you will have exclusivity. And that is billions and billions in the long run. You know what? That's just a thought process that, sure, if they care about money, that's what they would take. Why would they stay on 20%, have zero power, and just hopefully within 3-4 years make 500 million when they can make instantly 1 billion each plus more, right? Just unpack that story. Just unpack, let that sink in. It's there. The evidence is right there. So what is the media trying to spin us? Of course, they try to spin that they don't want foreign owners to own. For me, it doesn't really matter who buys Manchester United as long as the glaze is not there. But now we have the opportunity to do due diligence on each bidder by looking at the manifesto. One offers 100%, to build new infrastructure, to clear the debt. And this is what we fans want. The other one, only 69%. Because why? You cannot afford it. If you cannot afford to buy the full club, how are you going to afford to run it? Yeah. It's like you buying a Ferrari, but not affording to buy the petrol. You're putting diesel. Do you get what I mean? Just keep yourself cool and composed. I just think that the end is coming. When it will be announced, I wouldn't have a clue. They might even play that to the end of the season, and they might conclude the deal. But we know that the Glazonomics PR machine likes to drag things out as long as possible, because engagement generates clicks, and clicks generate social media money. Guys, it's been Mick Ruby from MUFC Realist TV. If you do like this video, hit that like button. Make sure you smash it hard and don't break your thumb on the way. It is free. Subscribe if you want. It certainly helps because we are doing this content for you. If we hear anything further, we will let you know, but it's just the overall general thought process what I want to bring to you. It's been weekend. There's a lot of anxiety going on within the fan base, but I can only see one thing, and I can read what you guys are saying. The only way is full sale, 100%. Anything else is out of the door. So would I put my money on somebody? I would definitely put it on Sheikh Jassim's bid. I think at the end of the day, I think it will be Sheikh Jassim that will get his bid. But let me know in the comments below. This is my hunch. This is my feeling. Why do I want Sheikh Jassim's bid? Big question. Because I've seen the manifesto. That's it. Guys, like and subscribe. Give you back the day. And see you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.